Podcast for life.
Doggy Charles. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. The microphone messiah. Yeah. It's the microphone messiah. And Mr. No Days Off. Microphone messiah. Mr. No Days Off. Phil, Brandon, what's good, y'all? Let's go. Bullet Cast host. Look, this is the time for us to be great on podcasts. Let you know this is the time and how the vibe lasts. This is the feeling of time.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone messiah, back on the video. If it works properly, then you're watching the video. If not, then something happened and I couldn't air the video. But nonetheless, I am here, Phillip Antoine, joined by the Canadian Destroyer, BT, Brandon Tanguma, and Marlee. What's going on, guys? Brandon, how you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I had to doll myself up because we're doing video again. We're in a retro throwback Bulletcast t-shirt. Hopefully we don't get sued like we did last time, but we're here.
Yes. Things happened back in the day of the OG Bulletcast days. Marlee, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm wearing all black in case of the fact that we get sued again. Hopefully not.
There we go. We didn't get sued. We almost got sued. There's a difference.
Just in case. Just in case. All black for the funeral.
Yeah. Hello. All right. Outside the ring, a lot of stuff is going on with contracts and whatnot going on within WWE and AEW. Becky Lynch apparently has had her final match in WWE, as the internet is saying. Her contract is up this week, and people are saying she won't re-sign. I think she'll re-sign. I think she'll just take a nice little break, a nice little breather. You know what I mean? Yeah. Brandon, you're
as the resident Becky Lynch expert fan, Mark. I agree with you, Phillip. I think she's not going to go to AEW. I think she's just going to take some time off. Seth is hurt. He's recovered from surgery. Spend some time with their daughter, and maybe she comes back next year, maybe SummerSlam or something. But I fully expect her to be back. They did kind of play it up a lot on Raw. But if you are AEW, I think you really have to throw the bag at her. And I in their current financial situation, I just don't know. I think she's worth it because she's by far, I think, their biggest woman star they'd ever have. But it's like that weird kind of sports thing of, do you want to overspend for someone you need, or should you just, not do that to then, get someone a little less?
I mean, if they can afford to keep playing Final Countdown, then I think they can afford Becky Lynch.
And where is my mind?
These are all facts. These are
and
all
South
facts.
of Heaven. Shout out Slayer.
Oh man, but yeah,
I bring the Slayer and the SkeeXT.
Oh,
multi-talented.
We're gonna talk about the SkeeXT.
Multiple genre Brandon over here.
Right. When I first met Brandon, he was all into the country music. What about now? You still on that?
I still love country music. There's a Zach Bryan concert coming to the Coliseum this Friday. Probably not going to go, but
bro, what's up with Luke Combs? What's up with him, bro?
You mean the guy who sings the one country song you know?
Yes, I know.
Brandon,
I know multiple country songs. I know Troubadour. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
Brandon said he is SkeeXT.
Bro, I'm really multifaceted.
Your boy Luke Combs was just here at Levi's a couple weeks ago. Should have went.
I was probably at a wrestling show. Anyway, Jake Hager, the former Jack Swagger, the former Real American, gave us a great drop on the podcast. I might play it during this episode. You never know. He is about to become a free agent. His contract expires with AEW this week. He will not be re-signing. Along with Mark Henry and Arn Anderson are also going to be leaving AEW. Mark Henry has talked about it. Once his contract's up, he's leaving. And then Arn Anderson revealed on his podcast that his contract is up, I believe, on Friday, and he will not be re-signing with the company.
To be honest, I thought Arn has already left AEW because I know he's more backstage at this point, but I just haven't heard anything about him being there.
Can we get him and Cody on WWE TV? Can we get the gun promo again? Can we get one of those?
I forgot Jake Hager was even with AEW, so this was kind of like, oh, he's leaving?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, they signed a lot of people, and so like a lot of people are just kind of sitting back there, waiting for contracts to expire and everything like that. I mean, they could have at least thrown Bro on Ring of Honor. Like he could have at least done something over there. You know what I'm saying?
Nice little Ring of Honor run would have done him well.
Yeah. I believe another contract. Apparently, Chad Gable's contract is up this week, and they're trying to get him to sign an extension or something. That's the report. Obviously, we don't know how true any of that is, but
It's
yeah.
on the internet. It has to be true.
Well, you know how I feel about the internet and especially the IWC. Oh,
If it
Jesus.
comes from a dirt sheet, it's fact.
No, let's stop that. Let's stop this belief of these sheets. Stop
If it
giving.
comes from the very reputable Wade Keller, pwtorch.com, it is true.
Look, shout out Wade Keller. I don't have any problems with bruh. He does a nice job.
So the other ones.
It's all the other ones, brother.
Mm.
Let me
Mm.
tell you. Let me tell you. Yeah, with all these contracts coming up, hopefully all these people find places to go work and be married and
I mean,
everything.
didn't Arn Anderson like get fired because was it the Alicia Fox situation? Was that the reason he left WWE? I forget because I know someone got the blame for that, and I forget if that was him or not.
Yeah, I think his name was thrown in the conversation, but I mean, what they blamed him because she went out there and she was intoxicated.
Yeah,
I
on
think
a
it
house
was
show.
somebody. I
Well,
can't remember who
look,
it was, right? I don't think it was Arn though. He might
so
have been there.
look. I
I'm looking
mean,
up.
there are people that can play it off very well of being intoxicated and can fool people. Maybe
I
that
mean,
was
just listen to the latest edition of Under the Radar. I sounded pretty good.
right. Hello, go check that out. Full Double or Nothing recap. But I mean, like, so there are some people that can pull it off. Maybe she's just one of those people. She got one over on a good old Arn. I don't know.
According to his Wikipedia, it was because of Alicia Fox.
Ah,
Yep, yep, yep. Right, right,
I
right.
saw she's like back in the ring again. She's like helped training and doing stuff. Good for her.
Yeah, yeah. She
she
was at
just
she was out here at SCW last year. So
yeah,
yeah.
she just had a match with Mickey James for that her show. That was like a couple weeks ago, or like if not a month ago.
Okay, all right, right on.
Yeah.
Shout out. You love to see it. Let's get to NXT. SkeeXT, as I like to call it. Sexyy Red has come out. She with Ava Rain introduced the new women's North American Championship, played a little tug of war, and then helped Javon Evans, the former Jay Malachi talented kid. I didn't realize he was only 20 or like just turned 21. The future's bright for bruh. He alongside the NXT champion Trick Williams. She helps him get the win. Um, listen,
Booker T absolutely losing his mind. Charmel's gonna have to have a talk with him later.
Booker
And
Booker T's a gym.
and she's hosting Battleground because I saw a tweet that she had to move one of her concert dates so she could host Battleground next Sunday.
She is hosting Battleground. As I'm a quote Juicy Finale. Sean John Michaels and Paul Wall Levesque really got this place going crazy. NXT is for the what it's for us. Okay, real, it's for us, man. Marlee, let the people know. What's the sign? Throw it up, throw
Millionaire
it up.
Mafia out here.
The mafia is out here. NXT is for the, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is for, man. They really doing that thing. The videos of her and Shawn Michaels, big pop.
Come to Sugar Daddy.
That
Yeah,
Wild to say that, you know.
that was bold. But
bro,
Uncle Sean,
hey, nah,
he
man.
knows. He gets it.
During the pandemic, like when George Floyd got killed, there was that report that went out there that somebody was like, "Oh, the Black Lives Matter. It's not really a big deal." Shawn Michaels kicked bro out of the performance center, like, "Hey, no, there's some serious shit going on." So Sean has always been down with us, okay?
That's Uncle Sean right there.
Man, Uncle Sean is invited to the cookout. I might let him flip a couple burgers, a couple dogs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes,
I
sir.
do love the memes of people saying like, "Oh, if this was 1997, Sean, that car ride with him and Sexyy Red would have been a little different." If you know what I'm saying.
Hey. It's okay. It's 2024 and HB Schnizzle
Oh,
is
Sexyy
out
Red
here,
days.
right? Shout out Sean John Michaels, boy. Love it. And then Jordan Grace just
I
popped up.
don't.
on
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. I love that. This is what I'm talking about.
Also, apparently Roxanne didn't even know they played Lita's theme to throw her off, so that reaction was genuine.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I love that. That's what I love, bruh. She will be challenging Roxanne for the NXT Women's Championship at Battleground, the TNA Knockouts champion. Look, Bulletcast threw out the graphic of a NXT TNA Worlds Collide. If there were ever a time to do something like that, now would be it.
It's the prohibited portal, apparently, is what it's being called.
The prohibited portal.
I like that better than you know. You know. I mean, look,
A couple more syllables, a little more tongue twistery.
I've always said the door isn't real unless WWE is involved, baby. I love it. Yeah, can we get Moose versus Trick Williams? Can I get Josh Alexander over on NXT doing a little something? Can I get Speedball Mike Bailey in a WWE ring real quick? Come on now.
Like Roxanne even main evented a TNA pay-per-view at 20, I think it was. I saw this morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
AJ Styles one more TNA run.
Consequences Creed. Come on now.
Hey, actually, I'm glad you mentioned AJ Styles. I think the 20-year anniversary or something is coming up. How apropos would it be to see the phenomenal one? Could you imagine AJ Styles versus Speedball Mike Bailey? AJ Styles versus this version of Mustafa Ali. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, this is very intriguing. It's very fun. I love me Jordan Grace. The only I'm a little weary because if you go to like the New Japan Noah collabs, even with the Forbidden Door stuff, there's politics involved with these whole company crossovers to where either the more powerful one, aka WWE, is going to want their people to lose, or the obvious like lower level people from WWE will face the TNA people, and they'll like the matchups aren't going to be as sexy as people like imagine it can be.
I think there's enough business sense, and Shawn Michaels has stated, this is a decision that goes above his head. I think there's enough business sense to where we can have an equal, like we can like cut it right down the middle. Half of TNA wins, half of WWE wins, and then the fans win. You know what I'm saying?
Send everybody home happy.
Exactly, man. Just go out there and do it. And then all ego Ethan Page pulled up at the end of NXT. This has to be the quickest turnaround from AEW to WWE.
That is called moving in silence for real. It's a prime example.
I'm so happy for him, bro. If we get the TNA NXT crossover, could we get all ego Ethan Page and Josh Alexander? Remember the North? Can we get a little screen time between those guys? I dig it. I've been a fan of Ethan Page for quite some time. I'm happy for him, man. And he can do something. I'd love to see him on the main roster. He has some history with Cody Rhodes. They were tag champs in Canada for a few months when Cody was on that massive indie run. I'd like to see a little something with them because Cody likes to acknowledge all of his history and whatnot. But Ethan Page, I think he's going to take the spot that kind of Baron Corbin was in on NXT. I think he's going to take that and really run with it. I'm glad he's going to be able to do something, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, and he cut a video the next day saying that he doesn't have a contract with anybody. I don't know how true that is, but I think Ethan Page is a talent. He's kind of in that B+ player, upper mid card S to where he could visit the main events, and maybe if he gets hot, he can run with him. But I do think he's a interesting fit down there in NXT as kind of like a veteran presence for all those young kids.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. All right,
let's get into he went to NXT instead of jumping to like Raw or SmackDown. He started there.
NXT is where it's at, man. They're doing some really good stuff, man. Let's get to the fan mail. In Brightest Day X,
Mr. X,
the Hall of Famer. Well, MJF set a trend that maybe you don't have to go to WWE to be a top star. That being said, at some point, could you see him join WWE somewhere down the road? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk a little Double or Nothing. Can we now say that WWE and TNA have a working relationship, or is this another one-off? Well, no, they said like a real deal is being made. In Brightest Day X, the Hall of Famer. Love that you're writing in, brother. We miss you. We really do. They said like a deal is being made in the works. So hopefully we can just see people just kind of pop up, bro. Like I'd like to see, just somebody pop up over at on a TNA taping. I think that would be cool.
We need a Santino to have a meeting of the general managers. Nick
Don't they
Aldis
all?
and what's his name? Adam Pearce, Scrap Daddy.
Aren't they all like NXT and Impact? Don't they all film in Orlando anyway?
Does Impact still film in Orlando?
Impact moves around, or TNA moves around. I think they just did some stuff, and I watched like the last 2 episodes of Impact these last couple weeks, so I'm a TNA expert right now.
TNA recap coming soon? Huh?
Probably not.
Come on. Please.
Not the please.
I mean, when I say I've been watching them, I kind of skim through them and I kind of watch like
Okay,
the big stuff.
All right. Yeah, I mean they were based in Orlando for the longest time, which is it was a good thing. It really was.
I think they run their pay-per-views and then they like do stick around to do TV tapings afterwards. Is usually what they do.
Yeah, so wherever it is, kind of like how like NXT during the black and gold era, they do like the takeover, then they'd film like maybe an episode like right before or something like that. Yeah. Let's talk Double or Nothing. I got around to watching some of it. Mercedes and Willow. Good, very good. Mercedes is still her, man. She's gotten a lot of hate recently, from just going to AEW and everything. I don't understand why people are like that, man. Like this tribalism shit is ridiculous. If you're like, it's like what Edge Adam Copeland said, like if you're a fan of my work, then you'll kind of follow me wherever I go. I'm a fan of Mercedes Sasha Banks' work, so I'm wherever she pulls up. Like we went to that New Japan show. Just a fan of the work, man. And her and Willow, they did their thing. They really did. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Swerve and Christian, I really liked that. Anarchy in the Arena was anarchy. Felt like they kind of should have went home after the fire spot, but no, they kept going and whatnot. The Adam Cole MJF of it all. We'll get into more deep in that in a second. Marlee, what were your overall thoughts of Double or Nothing?
I thought it was better than Dynasty. I will say that it was a lot. If we can erase the Chris Jericho triple threat, I thought it was way better than Dynasty. I didn't really care for Osprey and Roderick. Bang Bang Gang, I'm kind of getting behind because I am a fan of the Bullet Club War Dogs and everything Bullet Club is doing, so I'm kind of biased there. But I think the biggest pop for me was Orange Cassidy coming back out to Where Is My Mind, because I do not like the Jefferson Starship entrance at all.
Yeah, if it's broke, don't fix it, right?
And then Gangrel during Adam Copeland and Malachi Black. That was huge pop.
Yes, Edge, he was on Chris Van Vliet's show. Shout out to the homie CVV. Talked about how he tried to get Gangrel, and like the higher ups in WWE were like, "Oh, people won't remember." Wrestling fans like to be rewarded for watching. Like big pop. I've been at some shows with Gangrel. He's a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, yeah, he hit that Impaler DDT, fed up, get the next one, fed up. Gangrel.
He went pretty high when he did it too. I was like, oh, okay.
He did.
See with the high school boys.
NorCal, quick plug. Realm of Warriors, June 15th. Gangrel will be in attendance. Lodi, California. Pull up if you're around. Edge, he got hurt. So he had to relinquish the TNT Championship. He broke his tibia or fibia. Was going to require some surgery and is going to be out for a minute. As a man who's
I called it. I said it was just like Randy Savage in '97, jumping off them cages.
And he's also like over 50.
He is 50. 50 on the
dot. He is 50.
Randy Savage was younger
wow.
than Edge in '97 than what Edge is right now.
Yeah. I mean, Edge has already stated he has probably about maybe a year and a half left in ring total. But good pay-per-view, man. Like the pay-per-views aren't the problem. It's the week-to-week television. And on the Chris Jericho triple threat, shout out to Brian Keith, bro. I mean, that's brother. I'd like to consider him a friend,
is a real one,
acquaintance, a friend of sorts. I love BK, man. This is a nice spot for him. I've kind of been wondering, what are they gonna do with bro? He's done the Ring of Honor stuff. Being with Chris Jericho, it's main television time. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, I'm happy for him. Let's talk about the MJF of it all. Adam Cole comes out there to cut a promo. Apparently, Adam Cole's not even close to being ready to come back. and then they do like the video package. Me personally, I would have liked, he's about to do the Adam Cole baby, and then boom, that music hits. I think the pop would have been bigger. That's just me. But the video package, I mean, bro, like MJF, like again, wrestling fans like to be rewarded for watching. Look at the things that he had in that room. The dog collar from the Punk rivalry, the white suit from the Les Dinner Debonair, the musical thing he did with the Jericho, Nightmare Factory, obviously the Cody thing, the ring from the Dynamite Diamond Ring and his feud with Wardlow, the red suit from when he whipped Cody, the Burberry scarf, obviously that's his thing, and then he pulls out the ripped picture of him and Adam Cole. Like it's a callback to every major thing he has done in the company. I love that. Then he comes out there, kicks Adam Cole and the Yam Bam gives him a brain buster. Cuts a promo, says, he doesn't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon. He ain't going nowhere. Shows off the AEW tat now.
It's in a perfect place to hide it if you go somewhere else.
It is, and I heard this on Cheap Heat. He could just get it filled in, and it's just a poker chip that says "Bet on yourself." So it's a smart placement. You know what I'm saying? I've always been an advocate of, just like go try. Like he's 28. He's like around our age. If he were to go sign like a 3-year deal, he'd be out by the time he's 31-ish. And then he can go and do whatever. He's still, still in his, prime, or you wouldn't really hit your prime until like people in this era don't really hit their prime until like their mid to late 30s anyway. So, I mean, it's just like a thing of go try. That I've always been an advocate of that. But I mean, if he can even raise his stock even more in AEW, then all right, cool. And then eventually go somewhere else. But I respect the loyalty. I do. I respect, the loyalty to the brand.
I've always thought he's just had a bunch of unfinished business in AEW that he needs to take care of before he goes to WWE, because there's just so much more for him to do.
I mean, he held the title for the longest in company history. And then obviously, you finish off the Adam Cole thing. Then what do you do from that? What's he going to do until Adam Cole's ready? That's another question.
Honestly, I don't care. I mean, I love the promo so much because, as you guys remember, I've been such a hater of what he was doing last year, and he just completely disregarded all that. And even just like what you said, he took Adam Cole to Dick Kick City, hit him with the brain buster, was almost like, okay, we're done with that. We're going to move on and not going to go back to that, which it's kind of sloppy and who cares, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
They have to have the match. Like, they have to.
I mean, they'll have it eventually, but as you said, apparently he's not going to be back for a while, which is crazy to me because it's already been like 8 months. It feels like 6 months. Probably
at Wembley, because I'm sure Adam Cole, he won't make Forbidden Door, but I'm sure they'll do All In Wembley.
Actually, you know what? That would kind of be poetic justice. The name of
because they had a match. They had the tag team match last year on the pre-show, I believe it was.
Yeah, then they were the opening. Main.
Okay, yeah, no, that would be better.
It would kind of be poetic justice. That's one of the moves of the Melody Mafia. I hope you check it out on the YouTube.
CM Punk was the opening match. Good times.
Yes.
Yes.
It would be poetic if they were to do it there. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan retains the Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch. Braun Strowman comes out there chasing around Finn and JD. They pass by Dom. Dom gets bombarded by Braun. He smashes into the cage door and hits Becky in the face. Liv is able to escape, and then Liv Morgan kisses Dominic Mysterio.
Didn't see it.
Oh, this boy Dom, within like a month and a half from mommy to Liv, this boy's out here. He did look very disgusted by it though,
and he's married.
He looked very concerned and stressed.
Did y'all see the clip from when Raw went off the air? Michael Cole's walking to the back and he's yelling, he's chastising Dom.
Yes.
This is it.
Now,
bro.
Just waiting for that moment you hear "This is my brutality," everything's gonna hit the fan.
I need the custody ladder match. Now people are starting to get on the bandwagon. I've been saying this for a month. I need the custody ladder match. I can't wait. I'm excited. SummerSlam, do it. Do it. Please.
I absolutely hated the finish. I thought it was just so contrived and so dumb that Braun Strowman just happened to run into Dominic, and then Dominic hits
Well,
Becky.
Dom was standing right there. Yeah, I mean,
It was so fake looking. Like you could have done something similar to where like Becky shoos Dominic off, like kicks the door and like hits Dominic in the face. She gets distracted, and then Liv beats her that way. Or crazy idea, with Becky gone for a little bit, Liv can just beat Becky Lynch clean. I know, shocker,
I know, right?
well,
but
she already quasi kind of did that.
she cheated with the chair.
She didn't cheat. Dominic put that there for Becky to use. Liv just happened to smarten up and take advantage of. Hey, work smarter, not harder. Am I right? Hello. Anyway, that was cool. I like to see where they go from here. You know, Priest has been chastising all of them for talking to mommy and whatnot. Yeah. Damian Priest and Gunther, they have their promo, and then Drew McIntyre comes out there. So Priest is talking to Gunther like, you didn't really beat Randy Orton, and then McIntyre comes out there trying to hype it up. Thoughts on this exchange real quick?
I think Priest is actually stepping it up as a leader since Rhea's been gone, because he was like, you know what, I'll handle this myself since you guys are over there keying with Liv and not sticking to the plan.
I see. Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. Gunther's kind of standalone promo. There's like 3 different promos in this one segment, and
Yeah.
it was a little bit awkward with kind of like Gunther just like walking away without like saying anything. He was just like, "Okay, I'm done. You guys can hash this out now." But I thought, all 3 individual segments all worked well, kind of building this weird hodgepodge of like different matches that we know are coming up.
Yes,
Yeah, because is Priest and Drew at Clash in the Castle, and then
Yes.
Gunther is probably going to be there for whoever wins for Bash at Berlin.
I think we do the Gunther Randy rematch there at
Because
Clash
we
at the
have
Castle.
Clash in a couple weeks, then in July is Money in the Bank, and then we get SummerSlam in August. So we have another show in between those 2 matches.
And then we get 2 shows in August because Bash in Berlin is the last day. So, yeah, which is also the day of Big Toko's Kickback 3. Stay tuned on that. Yeah, it's interesting to see where we're gonna go. Maxine stops Chad. Chad's about to whip Otis. Maxine stops him. She gets sent to the back. Sami Zayn comes out there, tells Chad, like you lost, not them. Blah blah blah. They start getting into a fight. Otis pulls Sami off, and then Chad suplexes Sami Zayn.
A lot of time for a mid card feud, which
Very-
is just surprising, but I thought it worked well.
Very they're symbols of like the bloodline. When Roman would chastise Sammy, and then KO was trying to get through to Sammy, and then Jay saved Sammy from Solo. Like, if you kind of see it, if you kind of see what, you know what I'm talking about.
The parallels.
Yes.
I do think they're going a little heavy handed on Otis, and like there's kind of a tipping point to where Otis just continues to take it to where the crowd either might turn or kind of lose interest. So I think they kind of need to either dial it back a little bit or kind of get going with the Otis turn.
No, it's gonna happen, because like WrestleMania 36 was supposed to be his big pop moment, the Mandy Rose of it all, but obviously pandemic happened. This is gonna be that moment. I think it's gonna happen somewhere, and one of these big stadium shows, and then it's just that pop is gonna be massive for when he finally has enough of Chad Gable, and I can't wait. Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, I'm down. I'm down for this.
That should be fun. Doing something other than Imperium.
Yes. Getting a little extra TV time. I'm down for it.
It's just another solid mid card match, and it seems like just all the Imperium just fights other European guys.
For now. All right, AEW Dynamite recap. TV time with Chris Jericho.
Actually, shout out to Vinny and Levi, because Levi was the one who got clotheslined by Hook, and Vinny was off to the side like, I don't want any of this for that segment.
Yes, shout out to
my coaches.
Shout out to the West Coast coaches. Hello. Yes. TV time with Chris Jericho. Jericho's out there. Brian Keith is going to be under the learning tree. It's going to be interesting. Really, really interesting. Let's see what else. Trent joins the Callis family. Oh God.
And Chris Stylander like officially really turns heel and cuts a promo. I thought, I think she has some upside to her because that women's division isn't the best, but Trent, I mean, it's just another person for like someone to beat on like their way to the championship, because that's like what the Don Callis family is at this point.
Yes. Mercedes Moné defeats Sky Blue to retain the TBS championship. Good on her. MJF will be back on Dynamite next week. And then
Which I think is a missed opportunity because MJF is by far their biggest star they have right now, and you didn't capitalize. And it was in the Kia Forum, the same place he cut like that scathing shoot, quote unquote, promo against Tony Khan. It could have came full circle from him being anti AEW to now like full blown AEW. But I digress.
Yeah, they should have saved that promo for Dynamite instead of Double or Nothing.
Yeah. It kind of felt like a Dynamite segment though on the pay-per-view. It's just me. The TNT Championship announcement. So they Elite tries to award the title to what was it? Jack Perry. Christopher Daniels comes out there, says he's going to be making decisions for Tony Khan. So there's going to be a ladder match at Forbidden Door. Winner becomes a TNT champion. They're going to have qualifying matches. Also, what was it? They're going to do the Owen Hart Cup, and then the winner gets a title shot at Wembley.
Yep, I just had All In Wikipedia page open.
Yeah, okay. So,
I was like, okay, Will Ospreay wins the Owen Cup, but
no,
that doesn't happen.
He wins a gauntlet match to get an opportunity at.
He's already got a title. I don't know why they. All right.
Look, if they merge the two titles, I'm perfectly fine with that. Less titles, the better.
Man, brother.
There were so many other New Japan stars that could have showed up in the gauntlet, but yeah, give it to Will Ospreay.
Jeff Cobb went in on Twitter. I saw that. Y'all see that?
Something about
Bullet Club. I'm biased, but Bullet Club War Dogs were right there too.
But y'all saw the Jeff Cobb tweet?
No, actually.
He said, it's funny how our guys have to go through hoops to get an opportunity at their title, but then their guys could just get an opportunity at our title whenever they want.
He's not lying. I mean, I thought like Shota Umino would have been like the perfect fit, kind of a little bit of a name from New Japan, but obviously he can lose to Swerve. But
yeah,
they're going
Moxley's protege.
Yeah, they're going to the Swerve Ospreay match already, which I thought they'd delay to maybe to Wembley, maybe even later.
So here's what I think they should do. Have Swerve and Ospreay have the match, have Swerve go up, and then Ospreay gets in the Owen Cup. He has to fight through that. Then he gets the shot at Wembley. Then do whatever you got to do. But to even make it bigger, make it title for title, and then absorb the international title within the world title. So that way we get less championships and whatnot. And then you can move on from whatever you're going to do. Yeah. That's just the way I would do it.
Yeah, because I mean, in my opinion, I was like, oh, he can be like the belt collector. He can go after Okada, and they can have an Okada Ospreay match at Wembley. He gets those two titles, and then he goes after the world title at Full Gear or at another pay-per-view, and then that could be like his crowning moment. He doesn't have to be at Wembley. Like I get it, people want it to be that because he's British, and it makes sense. But you don't have to do it there.
You don't have.
They want that Wembley pop though for Ospreay, unfortunately.
I mean, Wembley could be looking nice if you were to do Swerve versus Ospreay 2, title for title. If you were to do Adam Cole versus MJF, and then Mercedes, whoever she would wrestle, and I mean, there's potential to do some really big stuff there. Obviously, you just got to wait and see. That's
Becky Lynch debut.
I don't think so. That's gonna wrap it up for us, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, big time wrestling. Welcome to Paradise. 7:30 p.m. is the bell time. Doors at 6:30. Newark Pavilion, Newark, California. Jordan Cruz versus Ishmael Vaughn. You'll see Mighty Myro being in attendance. Alan Angels versus Midas Creed. Aaron Silva versus Chris Bay. Vinny Massaro versus Jerry Gigolo. The Flying Lion, Marcus Lewis, the BTW World Champion, and the BTW Tag Champions. Too Fresh go up against Los Suavecitos. Brittany Brooks takes on the defending BTW Women's Champion Viva Van. And then the main event, QT Marshall versus Absolute Ricky Starks. That's going to be a hell of a card. I will be in attendance. Marlee, you'll be there too, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be in attendance. Mafia will be in the building. If you see us, come say what's up. And then next week, we'll be back, regular scheduled programming. We'll talk all the wrestling and everything else. All the podcasts have been kind of short these past couple weeks. That's just how we do it, man. We get it all packed into 30-something minutes. You know what I'm saying, man? That's how we do this. At least that's the reason why we're going to tell you. All right. Thank you all so much. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.
You know we moving on. Metaphor Messiah. Microphone Messiah. You know the down to the wire. Mr. No Days Off. This is the feeling. Know what we dealing. Let's get it on. Yeah. It's the bullet cast. Microphone Messiah. Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah. Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah. Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah. Mr. No Days Off.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.